Greetings, I am nothing, I am nobody, and this is my opinion. Now, the dystopian future genre has become popular as of late because of things that are happening now. This is a history book. This is not a dystopian future, this is history. This happened in the 1950s, but it's relevant to today because history repeats itself. And this is a candy from the 1980s, and now they're bringing it back. Okay, history repeats itself. Anyway, point is that these dystopian future stories are written by people who've experienced stuff, right? And they're just presenting their experiences and their perspective in a fictional setting to let you know what to look for, the warning signs, that happened. That if people paid attention, they would have prevented this stuff. Before Hitler got in power, there was a book published, "It Can't Happen Here," which is about the idea that because this stuff has happened so many times, all right, and then people get into this complacent attitude of, yeah, but we live in a place where it can't happen, so it can't happen here. Except no, it can happen here if you get complacent. That's the point of that book. Just because you think that only the Republicans are racist, you'll end up with a racist running as a Democrat. Uh, Maybe a Democrat in name only, but that doesn't mean that doesn't change anything. You think, oh, the person isn't racist, the person isn't a homophobe, the person doesn't oppose gay marriage. Hillary opposed gay marriage. She opposed LGBTQ rights. And people think she's an LGBTQ advocate because she's a Democrat. But she's not even a real Democrat, right? She used to be a Republican. So she's a Democrat in name only. And we've got a lot of Republicans in name only. But, moving on. Oh, and by the way, that's how Hitler got in power. He presented himself as a leftist. Even though he's doing these racist rants, and says, yeah, but he's on the left. He can't be racist. Fuck no, he's racist to the core. That's how that happened. All right, he was clearly a racist, anti-Semitic bigot, but he ran on the left, which were not racist, anti-Semitic bigots. So people were like, well, he's on the left, so he must, then they can't be a racist, anti-Semitic bigot. Yeah, he is. All right. We know, obviously, there it is. Present yourself as the opposite of what you really are, and voila, they get excuses for all kinds of shit. That sort of thing, right? If you get complacent, then it does happen here. So anyway, it can't happen here. Uh, Animal Farm, written by the same author as 1984. Both those books have to do with his experience with the anti-fascists fighting fascism. He was so he actually experienced it firsthand. Then there's the book. Let's see, what was it? Oh, Brave New World, where the author was observing how corporations were making being controlled basically look preferable to freedom. Let the corporations run your life. They can do it better, and then they fuck your life over, but you think you got it better. Yeah, Brave New World. Okay. And let's see. Time Machine. The Time Machine, right, is another one. Go into the future. Now, another thing I would like to warn about, though, is go to the source material. Now, I don't mean just read the book, all right? Source material. It depends upon what the source material is. Source material usually is the book, but like Star Wars, the book is based on the movie, right? So there it is. And here's another example of that. Um, Hitchhiker's Guide. Okay, which is which is the source material? The radio play, the TV series, or the book? They're all the source material. The author was writing writing the book. It's the same author. Okay, he wrote the book. He did the radio plays. He did he did the TV series, and he was writing these all concurrently. Okay, and it was the same context, the same ideas, presented differently for different genres. Okay, he didn't interpret the book over to the radio play or the radio play over to the book. They're all source material, right? They're a complete rewrite of his ideas for a different genre. So they're all source material, right? So they're all, so any of them is legit, except the movie because that was written by a friend after his death. But this is a comedy, um, so it's probably better just to watch the latest. It's not a dystopian, um, so it's not a matter of presenting ideas. All right, it's a matter of or being a warning. It's just, hey, here's a laugh. It does present a bunch of ideas. All right, but then the movie takes a distillation of his ideas and then adds a few more. And updates them. So the movie will be better. All right, just because it's newer. That's my view. Although I've read the book. um, it's just, I'm a big hypocrite, okay? It's the only one that I've actually read, and it's like, it doesn't matter. um, yeah. But yeah. But yeah, read the book if it's a book. With Alan Moore, you should read the comic, okay? Because if there's a book, it's probably a retread of the movie, which is which is an interpretation of the comic. All right, read the comic. That's the actual uh, purest form of Alan Moore's ideas. Okay, and another one, all right, is Kilroy Was Here. Now there's two Kilroy Was Here movies. All right, there's no book. All right, there's two Kilroy Was Here movies. Right. One is a like 1940s, 50s comedy. Okay, and that's not what I'm talking about. And then there's the rock movie done by Styx. The context of that is that in the 80s, a bunch of rock bands were accused of hiding satanic messages in their music. Ban rock. So Styx did this little dystopian future movie where rock has been banned, and that's Kilroy Was Here. Kilroy is the actual name of a band. Is the name of a band in the movie, and Kilroy is the leader of that band. Um, so so he was accused of killing a government official, which to which he was framed for. Spoiler: they never say how the government official was killed. I think that was a downer. All right, you never find out what actually happened. Okay, they just they say no, he was framed, and yeah, but you don't really get all the details. Okay, and so there's that. You should also read some history books. This is a history book, and this is about the 10-cent plague. The great comic book scare and how it changed America. This is relevant to what's happening today with Gamergate, Comicsgate, and the modern movies, the modern Star Wars, and so on. Yeah, and that's why I have Pop Rocks there. It's an interesting little backstory on the Pop Rocks. Okay, basically it's a neat candy that when you put it in your mouth, it pops. Thing is, there was this fear that it was going, that this stuff was going to poison kids, And, well, it didn't. There was no science behind it. People were just afraid. There's a ingredients list on the back. So, so they were telling, they were trying to get, keep kids from actually um, doing this. Nowadays, we adults are the kids who tried this candy. No ill effects, no sickness, nothing. 30 years later, right? So, there it is. It's back, or technically it was never really left. That's just some people stopped stopped having using the candy, you know. So like it wasn't available. I couldn't get it, after a while. But there it is. That's an example, right? It's a fun little candy. I think it's more fun than it's a gimmick. All right. I don't think it tastes like candy. This is you can get all kinds of different candy though. This thing it's more of the gimmick that it pops in your mouth.